Legendary Pokemon. Encountering these creatures are some of the most memorable moments in a Pokemon playthrough. From their majestic and incredible designs to the secret locations in which they dwell, alongside the journey to reach them. Every legendary Pokemon encounter is so unique, except for the battle music that plays. And while every Pokemon game does have a dedicated theme for these legendary battles, it's the same song that plays across the board. So I want to give each legendary and mythical Pokemon their own unique, original battle theme. And I will do this by utilizing a unique system called the letters to notes methodology, where we repeat the alphabet across the musical notes A through G. We can take any name or word, spell it out on the piano to create a melody. We can then take multiple melodies and combine them to create one full song. If you've seen my previous videos creating original battle themes for the Kanto gym leaders as well as the Elite Four, this is the same exact concept. Both of those videos were the beginnings of two new series, the Badge Bound series and the Elite Bound series. And because I'm a little crazy, I decided to start another series called Legend Bound. So in this video, we will be exploring the 4 legendaries and the 1 mythical Pokemon for the Kanto region, starting with Articuno. Each of these songs is going to follow a similar structure, following 7 different criteria. First and foremost, the name of the Pokemon, of course. So in this case, Articuno. Second will be their typing. Articuno is an ice and flying type. Third is the fact that they are a legendary Pokemon, so you're going to be hearing the legendary motif and the Pokemon motif pretty often in this video. The fourth criteria is the species of the Pokemon, or you can even call it the category of the Pokemon. It's like in the TV show when the Pokédex says something like Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon. So for Articuno, it is known as the freeze Pokemon. The fifth criteria will be the location in which you can encounter said legendary Pokemon. So for Articuno, that would be Seafoam Islands. The final 2 criteria will be their ability and their moveset. I'll be basing this on their encounter in Fire Red and Leaf Green. The original games didn't have abilities back then, so I felt like it only made sense to look at the remakes instead. Articuno's ability is Pressure, and while it does have Snow Cloak as a hidden ability, I won't be utilizing that in this video. Again, I want to represent these legendaries when you encounter them as they are. Articuno's moveset includes Mist, Agility, Mind Reader, and Ice Beam. Since I'm a musician who tends to lean more into the rock genre, a lot of these songs will tend to have that kind of feel to them. But I still want to match the personalities of each Pokemon, so I tried to make Articuno sound icy and cold. And I guess one final secret 8th criteria is naming these songs. I originally wanted to go with their species as the name of the songs, but unfortunately down the line, it's going to end up clashing with the Badge Bound series, having some related words for the badge names as well as the species of the Pokemon. For example, Articuno's the freeze Pokemon, but there's also the freeze badge in the Unova region. So what I decided to do is look through their Pokédex entries and try to find a word or two that I think really speaks to me as a song title. So without further ado, here is Articuno's battle theme called Translucent Wings. Next up, we have Zapdos, who is an electric and flying type legendary Pokemon. It is simply known as the electric Pokemon, who resides within the power plant. Its ability is also pressure. I guess you're going to be hearing the pressure motif pretty often in this video as well. Its moveset includes Thunder Wave, Agility, Detect, and Drill Peck. I really tried to make this song sound very staticky, fitting for an electric-type Pokemon, and trying to imagine the power plant as the setting. So something along the lines of electronic rock. Here is the original battle theme for Zapdos called Glittering Wings. Next up, we have the final of the bird trio, Moltres, who is a fire and flying type legendary Pokemon. It is known as the Flame Pokemon, and in terms of its location, I decided to bend the rules just a little bit here. In Fire Red and Leaf Green, Moltres can be found on Mount Ember, but it was originally found in Victory Road in the old games of Red and Blue. So I decided to incorporate both of them for the song. So yeah, we're going to bend the rules just a little bit here. But hey, these are my songs and my video, so I'll do whatever I want. Can you guess what ability Moltres has? It's pressure. Of course it's pressure. They all have pressure. Its moveset includes Fire Spin, Agility, Endure, and Flamethrower. So for this one, I tried to picture the Olympics when writing this song. You know, like climbing up Mount Ember, going through Victory Road. Imagine like you're carrying the torch of the Olympics. But of course, it still has to be a battle theme, so yeah, that's the vibe that I kind of was feeling for this one. And with the Pokédex entries, I'm sure you're kind of catching on to this little theme that I have going on here with the birds. Here is Moltres' battle theme called Flaming Wings. Alright, here we go. Probably one of the most popular legendary Pokemon of all time, Mewtwo, who is a pure psychic type. It is known as the genetic Pokemon and resides in Cerulean Cave. Its ability is, well, of course, Pressure. Man, this album should just be called Pressure Bound instead of Legend Bound. But its moveset includes Swift, Recover, Safeguard, and Psychic. So for Mewtwo, of course I wanted to go for something very dark and sinister sounding for his theme. But there's one thing I want to point out within the visuals of the letters to notes methodology. I'm sure by now that you've seen that I've been utilizing the black keys for flexibility and creative freedom. It allows us to use any key while staying true to the methodology. For Mewtwo, I ended up within the key of E flat minor. I bring this up because aside from F, every other note in this scale has a flat in it, and that also includes C flat, which is also the same as B natural. That's known as an enharmonic note. So visually on screen, you're going to be seeing the B key highlighted rather than C. So I'm just pointing that out in case anyone goes, oh, but you're playing the B key even though it's supposed to be C. Why is psychic being spelled with the B? It's an enharmonic note, okay? It's okay. I already know people are going to complain about that, especially if I post this as an individual video, and if I post these as shorts, and on other platforms, it's going to come up, and it is what it is. But you watching this video, at least you understand the context. Oh, and one final thing. Mewtwo is actually the reason why I originally wanted to name these songs based on the species of each Pokemon. I thought Genetic would be really cool for his song name, but when I found out that wasn't going to work out, I was bummed at first. But looking through the Pokédex entries for Mewtwo, I was able to find it. So here is Mewtwo's battle theme called Genetic. Now, before we get to the final Pokemon of the video, I just want to tell you that these songs are going to be a part of an EP called Legendary Kanto. You will be able to find these songs on my Bandcamp, alongside my other recent releases with Badge-bound Kanto and Elite-bound Kanto. This is the final entry of the Kanto series of all 3 of my series, I suppose. But if you've been enjoying these songs, then hey, thanks a lot, and maybe you can consider supporting me over on Bandcamp by downloading these songs for yourself. You should be able to download all 3 of the Kanto series at a discount, and if you happen to be watching this video when it first drops, which would be May 1st, then it's even better because it's actually Bandcamp Friday. What that means is that 100% of the sale goes directly to me without Bandcamp getting a cut of it. It's a pretty cool thing that they do like once a month or so. So if you download my music, I truly appreciate it. Now on to the final Pokemon, Mew, who is a Psychic-type mythical Pokemon. So you won't be hearing the legendary motif here. Instead, you'll hear the mythical motif. Now, I originally thought that maybe Mythbound could be its own series, but with Mew being the only mythical in Kanto, that would mean Mythbound would have to be like a combination of like Mew and Celebi, Jirachi, etc., and that didn't feel really fitting to me. So the Legend-bound series will also include mythical Pokemon. Now, Mew really is the odd one out here. You cannot legitimately encounter Mew in the Kanto games, but the one unique place that it does appear across all of the Pokemon games is Faraway Island in Pokemon Emerald. Even then, Mew is locked behind an event-exclusive item called the Old Sea Map. But to stick with the structure of these songs, I will be using Faraway Island in Mew's theme. It's also known as the New Species Pokemon. As for its ability, oh my god, finally, it's not Pressure. This time we have Synchronize. And encountering it in Faraway Island, the moveset that Mew has is Pound, Transform, Mega Punch, and Metronome. Kind of weird that it doesn't have a Psychic-type attack, but whatever. So in the early days of Pokemon, maybe in the modern days of Pokemon too, I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like Mew was always depicted with like ancient ruins and archaeologists trying to discover Mew, and Mew is flying through jungles and ancient temples and stuff like that, on top of the ancient Mew card that you would obtain from the first movie. Do I have any viewers here who obtained that Mew card as a kid going to the movie theaters to see the movie? Comment below if you do, because I still have mine. But yeah, that's basically my perception of Mew, so for its theme song, I wanted to create a jungle rock battle theme. But because Mew's personality is so different from the rest of these legendary Pokemon, I wanted to make the battle theme very cute and upbeat, while maintaining that jungle rock vibe. So here we go. I hope you enjoy Mew's battle theme called Mirage. And that's finally it for the Kanto region. I hope you enjoyed all the songs, and comment down below which one was your favorite. Once again, you can find my music over on my Bandcamp, and I truly appreciate anyone who downloads my music. With Kanto finished, we will finally be moving on to the Johto region for all 3 of my series. But until then, if you happen to miss my Badge Bound and Elite Bound videos, you can check them out right here. Thanks for watching!